everyone. I am Rhyme, a junior dev who is a fresh graduate from college. My background is computer science, and I'm basically working on my side hustle. All right. So for my side hustle, as I said in my previous stream, you can go check them out if you want. So basically, I am building a system that will connect teachers with students. Basically, in my country, there's this huge market of students trying to get private tuition, private tutors, so that they can you know understand their studies well and whatnot. So in trying to do that, basically they try to find teachers who can teach them, and hire the teachers, pay them a monthly salary. We have that in our country, and it's a huge market. So what's already in the market is that is that students, there are some media, basically some companies which basically get information of students, and they they have platforms where teachers can submit their information there as well. And so basically they connect the teacher with the students, and if they get hired, then the company keeps about 50% of what they earn for the first month. So basically, the teacher, if he gets about, let's say, if he gets about $500 a month, then basically he has to pay $250 to the company. And basically, this is a system where it's like we helped you get we helped you get hired as a private tutor. Uh, so we are taking money for it. So that's how basically it works. But the systems that are present in my country are kind of backdated. They're outdated. So yeah, it's manual. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a website. We're trying to make a website which will have the information of both the students and also the tutors who are looking for students, and kind of connect them and charge them. But since it will be up in the website, the information will be up on the website. So yeah, there are no manual things. Basically, in my country, for example, they send out emails or SMS, trying to get the students you know uh, involved so that they can choose their teacher. They read, there are these long WhatsApp messages or messages in general, or even emails that they send out, which has all this information. um, so students can choose. Also, they do the same for teachers. They send out this information of students, except for the contact information. They do not provide the contact information in this case. So in doing this, what they do is that they basically connect the teachers with the students, as I said before, and that's how basically they earn. But it's kind of manual, just trying to send again and again. Every day they have to schedule it, and the SMS or the emails or the WhatsApp messages are being sent. So it's a pretty manual process, and we're trying to automate it. That for example, the parents or the students can do job post, can do job posts uh, on our website, and then the teachers who are registered with us can they can go through the job post and apply. And the same goes for the students. They can search for teachers, search the profiles. The only thing that will be missing are the contact information, since that is basically um, what is needed by the people to they don't need us to connect them if they already have the contact information. So that's why we do not provide the contact information. And by doing this, basically we are connecting them and charging a sum because we are helping them get hired. um, so yeah, that's how basically it works. And I'm working on the backend. As I'm basically working on the back end. My friend, I have my partner who is working on the front end, and the technologies we're using is we're using Nestjs for the front end, and basically the Nestjs, which is another, it's a backend framework. I'm not sure if you know or not. So yeah, we are using Nestjs for the backend. So I'm basically in charge of the backend, and that's what I'm working on. We have role-based authentication. We're using bcrypt for encrypting the password. We're using password.js for the other authentications, to include the other authentications. So yeah, our backend is almost ready. There are a few things that we have to get integrated. For example, if you have seen the last stream, in there I was adding a filter option to the teacher. Let me go to the code. So I basically introduced the filter route for the teacher and student. This is the, for example, this is the teacher route and teacher filter. So I'm just gonna open my Postman and kind of show you. Yeah. So so basically I have my app here, and so if I go to get all students, I think this has auth. So I'm just gonna go to teachers, get all teachers. Alright, if I click on send, okay, it's not working because I haven't started the server yet. So npm run start dev. Alright, the server is starting. Yeah, it has started. So if I now click on send, as you can see, this is returning me all the teachers that have registered. And these are all dummy data, by the way. The site is not up yet since we are basically working on it. When we complete it, then I guess it won't return the password. Okay. So in the last stream, what I have done is that do filter for students, teacher, and also post. So that is what I worked on. So I'm just gonna give you a quick glimpse of it. For example, if I go to my post, and then I guess I'm just gonna go to the teacher, get teacher by filter. So basically, this is my API endpoint teacher and filter. So if I just basically just press on send, you can see that this is returning, the criteria that I set. So for example, I set the criteria that years of experience should be 5. If I give it 10, so if you see the first name teacher, last name set, and now I have set it to 10, and if I send it again, and this is teacher test, it's a different one. The last one was teacher set. uh, so if I send again, you'll see that it's a different teacher. Okay. All right, so this is working, and yeah, so the teacher filter does not need any authentication, since people will be able to visit our site and look at the teachers. So yeah, but if I go to students, for example, and go to, okay, I need to move the get student by filter to the student. All right, so this is my filter, student filter. So if I send, I'm getting authentication failed, unauthorized, because I have in the code, I have set role for the for getting the student information. So as you can see, this is my service code. I have to go to the controller. Okay, yeah. So this is my controller for the Nestjs. So basically, what it has is the, it's the student endpoint, and inside the student, I have a post method of filter, which is basically this endpoint right here. So yeah, so what I'm doing is that I have, JWT authentication guard. So roles I have, so basically I'm using JWT for token based authentication, and I've also set the role to student and admin. So basically if someone is signed in as a student or an admin, then only then they can find the information here. um, so yeah, let's test it out. So if I sign up as log in as a teacher, will this show me? Will this show me the information? Let's see. All right. So I'll just go to authorization and then set the token for the teacher. You see, it's saying forbidden, and the reason it is showing forbidden is because, as I have stated in the code, only the student and the admin role will be able to access it. And the thing is that uh, the students will be available for the teachers to see the student information. So this is wrong anyways. This is supposed to be teacher. So I'm just going to show you that it's working for student, so that you know it's working. Okay, now this is for, I have done the student login. As you can see, auth login student. I'm just gonna copy the token here and go to get filter by student, and here I'm going to replace the teacher authentication, the token I had. Now when I send it, you can see that it is displaying information, and the body I have set the medium. So basically we have, in my country there are 3 curriculums that are available in terms of education for the primary, middle school and high school. So yeah, so we have English medium, which is the British curriculum. We have we have Bangla medium, which is the Bangladeshi curriculum, and we have English version, which is the English translation of the Bangladeshi curriculum. So these are the 3 curriculums that we have in our country. So I have set it to Bangla medium, and it has shown me information for the Bangla medium. So if I change it to English, so you can see that the first name is tester, last name tester, email test1@test.com. So if I send it again, you see that the first name is set and the last name is test. So test2@test.com. So it's a different student that we're getting back, right? But we need to fix this. We need to fix the role, since only the teacher should be able to view the teacher should be able to view the these routes. The student, there is no, I guess the student can sign up. It's a public route. I've set it to public. But as for the rest of the ones, for example, um, for ghetto students, this should be available to the teacher. So what I can do is that, instead of, I guess I can set the role to admin at the top, and then I can just um, go to the get all students and basically introduce the role. I think, yeah, that's a good spot. Right, at the rate role, and this time we are getting teacher. Yeah, and we have already set the role to admin at the top, so admin can view everything and do everything. So if I go to the get all students, if I send, you see I get unauthorized. So if I go to the teacher and copy the token of the teacher, and if I go to authorization and change the token, send it, now I'm getting, you can see that it's properly working, right? So we will do the changes for the rest of the code. um, so for the ID one, this should be available to both the student and the teacher. Role dot student, since the student should also be able to view his own ID, so we need that. And for the patch, it should be only for the it should be only for the student dot student. Okay, and the delete should be the same. The search name should be for the teacher, and for the this should be also for the teacher, and the filter should also be for the teacher. So we have set all the guards where necessary. Now if I go back and go to get filter by students, as I did before, I'm just going to click on send. You see that I'm getting forbidden because we have changed the role from student, from all of it to student to we have changed it from student to teacher. So we're just gonna paste the right the student. Yeah, I have pasted the student token, and now we can see that we're getting all the student information from the filter. So it's working, and we have set all the guards properly. So I'm just going to I also need to update this is a public end point. So so this is my Swagger. So at the rate API response, this is for Swagger. So if I go to my browser and go to localhost 8000 slash API, you can see that I have all the endpoints as well as the description of it. So this is a lot easier. So I'm also setting the description, so that okay, this is not supposed to be the API response, my bad. This is supposed to go in the API operation, so that the person, so that my partner, my friend who is working on the front end, he can understand that this is a public route and he doesn't need to log in to just use it. So I've set it up. Let's have a look here. Student. All right, where is it? This has not been updated. Okay, sign up, sign up. Okay, okay, yeah. This has a description here. So I guess this is the create a student. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I guess the summary is the part where where's the summary? Okay. Okay, fine. That's all right if it's showing in the description. That's more than enough in my opinion. Okay, let's do the same for the rest, so that we have proper documentation. Yeah. Yeah. All right. This is a student endpoint. This is a student endpoint. Then next, this is a teacher endpoint. Next, this is a teacher endpoint. Next, this is a teacher endpoint. Yeah. So I have properly, edited the documentation and set the roles guard roles. So yeah. So basically, this is how basically we do the authentication. Using JWT for. We can do a session-based authentication in Nestjs, but the documentation they don't really recommend it since it's not that secure. If you're working on a real life project, then they highly discourage it and they recommend using JWT. So if I go to the documentation authentication, so I'll just go to Nestjs authentication, and you'll see that all right, we have the module here. Yeah, so if I go down, so also when you're just learning, you might just set the password, but in the real world, basically, I have also used the bcrypt, to encrypt the passwords that are going in. I've used bcrypt as well. So I followed, I have read the documentation, and basically what this suggests is to use the JWT token. There is, I think this one is the session based authentication. Where is it? Okay, I guess they did not name it, but I've read it somewhere here. So yeah, so they have session based authentication, which basically creates a session in the browser, but the problem with that is that it's not really that secure and it can be changed from the browser. But that's not the case for JWT, JWT token, since the token is being generated by the backend. So the browsers, the modern browsers create session automatically from the JWT token, but basically what happens is that since the session or the cookie is not being set directly in the browser, so the user cannot just change things for the session. Since in JWT token based authentication, the browser is checking from the backend server whether or not the token is still valid or not. So whether the token is valid or not, this is being, the timing is being set in my app. So if I go here for the, okay, where did I set it? Okay, if we go to, so as you can see, if I go to, okay, I'm not supposed to show this. So I've set it in the environment variable. I've set it in the environment variable, so I think I'll have to one. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. That I have set the time 1 hour for the session, for the JW tokens expiration. So basically, it will be up for 1 hour, and yeah, So we have been pretty much done with this, setting the roles for this code. And so since it's working, I'm just gonna go to ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT for writing my commit messages, since it's really easier. And basically I have trained my ChatGPT to have the I think this was the Git flow documentation where they have certain criteria on how to write the um, commit messages and whatnot. Right? So I just copy and pasted their manual and train chat gpt. So now if I describe what I did, then it can generate me the commit message that I'm gonna send with my commit to GitHub. So yeah, I'm gonna write so I'm just gonna copy some of it, write a commit message for my Nestjs station a backend app where I where I added proper role based authentication for the student. Yo, okay. I have no idea why I'm signed in, but Streamlabs just doesn't let me, you know, just doesn't let me chat. I'm not sure why. The same thing happened yesterday. I'm not sure why this happens. So I'm just gonna go to Twitch and go to chats and then reply to you. Chats. Okay. Don't dox anything. What do you mean by dox? I'm not really a native English speaker, by the way, so I don't really know. Okay, what is dox? Don't dox anything. Uh, yeah, you're right, man. True. Yeah, I'm not giving out personal information. I guess I'll be changing some of the things on the stream. I mean, I'm gonna be changing some of the things so that this doesn't show up. I'm new to streaming, by the way, so thank you for the tip, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go to yeah institution backend app where I added proper role-based authentication for the student route. Student route. Yeah, is it in the student controller. Yeah, that's about it. That's about what all I did. So that should be the commit message. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've copied it, and now I'm just gonna commit the message. Yeah. All right. It has been committed and pushed. So is that Hindi? You have to be careful with the display capture. Better to show window capture. Okay. Is that Hindi? What is Hindi? Yeah. Thanks for the tip, man. I'll see how to do that. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, window capture. All right. Yeah. But I have to take it down to it was in ChatGPT, the Hindi. Oh no, it's not Hindi. I'm from Bangladesh, so yeah, I speak Bengali, not Hindi. Okay, Streamlabs is clearly joking with me. I had to reply to you from the browser, but now it's working on Streamlabs. Yeah, I guess they come from the same root language. Just crop VS Code. Just crop VS Code. Okay, I see what the problem. Okay. Yeah. Sanskrit, yeah. Insize a window by pressing, then resizing. Is this working? In the corner, yeah. I see it, but for some reason it's. Why is this scaling up so much? I have no idea. Okay, yeah. Yep, I think that's better. Yeah, in the corner. And also, I'm not using VS Code, by the way. This is Cursor ID. I'm not sure if you have heard of it. It's basically an AI integrated IDE. So this has been really helping me out. Being more productive and efficient. What's that? It looks the same. Yeah, it does look the same because it's built on top of VS Code. So basically, yeah, it just has some extra features and whatnot. Code completion, have it has. Let me show you. So basically, it has this chat. If I press on Control L, and also I can just modify something if I just select it and just write Control K, and then I can just give it an instruction and it makes the changes in the code. And also it has auto completion, so it really uh, you know makes my workflow faster. I can work faster because of this, since I don't really have to write uh, the details. But I have seen that AI is not really that great when it comes to writing logic. When I don't use GitHub, but when I do, I use the GitHub desktop. It's way more user friendly. Yeah, I use the GitHub desktop app as well, but yeah, yeah, but I guess it has become a habit for me to just visit it on the browser. But yeah, the GitHub desktop app is pretty good. Where are you from, Constant EXP? I'm just curious, man. Oh, you're from New York. Nice. Oh, but you're Indian. Cool. Great. I was in the US for about a year as an exchange student from Bangladesh. So, yeah, I was in California, by the way. It's pretty cool. Are you from North India or South India? Oh, yeah. Yeah. it was an amazing experience. So basically, I was an exchange student for a year. Uh, Basically, there's a program called the Yes program. So they take South India, but I look North Indian apparently. Yeah, I guess we do look kind of similar. If you, you know, just the people from the subcontinent, we look pretty similar, whether from the south or the north. We are mixed. We're mixed. Yeah, man. I really want to visit South India someday. I'm a fan of you know, South Indian movies. I don't really watch a lot of Bollywood, but I really love South Indian movies. Yeah, that's someday when I'll get vacation. I'm basically working as a remote. I'm working remotely at a Hong Kong-based company. So, yeah, I'm basically I stopped watching shows and movies, and even recently quite all social media. Man, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Are you being productive? Because I know that, you know, getting hooked on social media and watching a lot of shows and movies can really, you know, take the productivity out of you. Because I've been there. I've done that. I don't really watch a lot of movies or shows now as well. Just you know, the big ones that come out maybe once or twice a year. I'm still on YouTube and Twitch for programming videos. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, are you into like backend, you know, web development or software or game development? Game. Awesome, man. I started as a web developer, then um, also I joined my company as a software developer. I mean web developer, but then I went to software development. But next I'm looking for game development. I am learning Godot engine, and yeah, man, I'm falling in love with Godot. But I'm lazy. I don't work that much, and I'm getting in the habit. I see. Man, game development is a lot of fun, to be honest. You know, just someone like me who's from, you know, software development and web development, game development is easier and more fun. You know, just trying out new mechanics and then playing them. What engine do you use? Any engine or just, you know, write in plain code? Advent of Code 2024 is also a thing if you're interested in coding challenges. Okay, I'll have to check that out. We're research driven trading farm with curious people working to solve puzzle for global market. What? I used Godot, made like 3 runs, then sign up for a game dev degree. Awesome. Now I'm gonna work on Unreal. Awesome, dude. Awesome. I. The funny thing is that I actually started game development while I was in college, and I learned Unreal, you know, for like a month or two. Then basically I was, uh, you know, in a lot of pressure from my college for my college degree as well as my family, and so I couldn't continue working on learning Unreal. and so I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, now that I have some time, I'm working remotely, and so I have a lot. I have, and the company that I work for is not that strict with timing. So basically, I'm given a task, and then I complete the task, and just get things done, attend the meetings, and the rest of the time, if I don't have any work, if they don't give me any task, then I'm free to do whatever I want. So now basically, I have the time to learn learn game dev. I learned switched to Godot, the switch to Unreal again. Godot made it easier for me to visualize the. Man, I understand you completely. I feel the same, and that's the reason that I did not start again with Unreal, and I am, learning Godot and getting back to Godot. That's the same reason, man. It's really easy to visualize with all the node system and whatnot. Unreal was, a bit more complicated. I made like one or two games with Unreal in the past, just following tutorials and whatnot, but it was very basic. But then again, when I got inspired by Thor, and also there's another channel, YouTube channel called uh, Jennifer's Dream, I think. So basically, and also there was another channel, which basically every Goro uh, beginner they start with. Oh, I forgot his name. He was like um, a Unity dev, but then he shifted to Godot recently. Barkley or Bakley, I forgot. Um, Development start Godot. Let's see. Yeah, so basically Brakis. I was uh, saying Brackley. Yeah, so Brakis, and so basically after watching their tutorials, and I was like, man, that seems fun, and also easier, a lot easier to visualize. So yeah, I understand you, man. But I do want to get back to Unreal. But I think that for now, I just want to make a few games and then publish them on Steam, or maybe just make, Android apps, Android games, and then publish it on the Play Store. Um, yeah. So I'm also learning from. I'm not sure if you have heard of it. Publish on each IO first. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll do that. Steam is not the first place. Uh, I'll have to make a few games. Just publish it on itch.io. I think that I'll be joining the game jam by Thor. The it's in a month, I think. Pirate Software. He arranges game jams, and I think I'll be taking part this time. Although I'm not sure I'll be able to. I'm not sure. I mean, this is gonna be my first game jam, so I'm not too confident in myself. But yeah, publish on each eye first. Yeah, I think that will be the best approach. Not aiming for Steam at first, since I need some experience, to be honest. Yeah, also, yeah, I'm not sure if you have heard of it, Zenva. So I'm basically learning from Zenva Academy as well. The game jam is 1 to 3 weeks long, then be good. Yeah, 1 to 2 weeks, you say. I'll have to check how long it was. Game Pirate Software Game Jam. Have you made a few games? I mean, do you have them on each IO? But if it's a 48 to 70 hours one, I can. Yeah, I feel you. It's really tough, and basically for someone like me who's just starting out. Oh man, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm just checking whether how long the game jam is gonna be. Starts in two. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a week. Almost 3 and 10. all yeah, 2 weeks. It's gonna be 2 weeks. Yeah. It was on itch.io, but I wanted to rebrand it. It's not a finished game. It was for friends on Twitch. Awesome. If you ever complete it, do send me the link, man. I'd love to try it out. No, we game devs gotta stick together. Yeah, man. It's a dream to be an indie game dev. But for now, I'm just working my remote job. Paying my bills, taking care of my family. It was just a simple Pong endless game, just and a side scroller. Yeah, cool. Yeah, still you have finished a game, so that's awesome. I have yet to finish a game. I really struggle with the art. I'm I'm new to pixel art, or even I'm not really that great with art. So I think I'm learning a bit of pixel art, but it's still pretty tough for me. I guess art is not that. Um I guess art you can just get assist or find someone who knows it. Yeah, I'm searching, man. There are some free assets, but they are overused, and I am looking for someone who can make the assets for me. But I'm trying to look. I'm trying to find someone from my country, since it will be a lot cheaper. So it's gonna take a while. I have some friends who are basically looking into it for me. So it will. They have said me that they have told me that it's gonna take some time. So I'm just focusing on the mechanics. I'm learning a bit of pixel art, since I think that um, it's easier to start. But yeah, I guess making all the I mean, pixel art is not that okay. Yes, all the YouTube tutorials have the same assets. Yes, true. Basically, Kenny's asset is, I guess, everyone uses those the tutorials, and I think I have seen also games on the Play Store, um, Android Play Store, which also have used some of those. But yeah, mm, I want something unique, so I'm learning. I don't have to be really good at pixel art or something, but I guess I just have to get the thing done. I I have I have also a passion for you can hire people on Fiverr maybe. Yeah, I've thought about it, but it's cheaper in my country to find someone who can do it for me. So I'm just looking for someone who can do it in my country, um, locally. And yeah, I guess I can do pixel art to some extent, but it gets tougher when I'm doing the animations. Then it can get really tough. Other than that, I don't really see a problem. Can't you find someone in Fiverr who also in your country? I can do that, but the thing is that Fiverr, charges the same whether you are from, they charge the same whether I'm from the US or India or Bangladesh. It doesn't really matter. It's the same pricing. So that's why I'm not looking to Fiverr. I can get it, get someone who can do it for $5. I think. Uh, someone who's just starting out, but I'm not so sure if they will be good. The person who posts a job. Yeah, I know, but if you want someone with a lot of with somewhat of an experience, they're gonna charge more. If someone's starting out, then it's basically you know uh, just some time that I have to invest and see if whether the person I am hiring is good or not. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'm kind of focusing on the mechanics for now and just learning a bit more. Currently, I'm focusing on games for mobiles, but I guess for PC you just have to have different key map. Finish your backend. Yeah, I should get back to my backend. So you should be familiar that is, for example, I'm not sure if it's the same in India, but in Bangladesh we have these, we have a lot. There's a huge market on just teachers and students, private tuition, teachers who are providing private tuition. So basically that's what my app is about. It's a side hustle that I'm doing, side project, in order to bring in some cash for me. All right. Okay. What's next in the menu? Next, I'm supposed to integrate the location. I'm supposed to integrate the location since people will be filtering through location. So just having different location is gonna be tough. I'll have to get searching for some npm package that can give me the locations from my country, or maybe any GitHub profile. Then since just finding that data manually about the area information is going to be tough. I did find one GitHub link. Where is it? Okay. All right. So how can I go about it? For example, if I go to student service and I'm just gonna write maybe just download the file. Right. I'm just gonna download this file. So there I found a file with a JSON that has basically all the information related to areas and locations of my country, which I have to integrate it so that people can filter and search through the locations for finding teachers or finding students. So that's basically what I'm working on. Tuition backend. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to bring the JSON in the file and then do what? Okay, why is it not being copied? Okay. Oh, it's a zip file, that's why it's not copying. Yeah, now it should work. Alright, so this is the file that I found that has basically area and location informations that I need. I'm gonna break because I got my new laptop and downloading Unreal Engine 5. I can only run it with MacBook Air from 2019. Awesome. Yeah, I guess Unreal 5 has become really heavy, man. I'm not sure if Mac is the best option, since it requires a lot of graphics. You got your new laptop. What laptop did you buy? I've Windows now. Awesome. Yeah. Acer. I mean, Acer is a general brand. Does it have graphics card? Okay. I want to set the filter location from this JSON for the teachers and 4080. Awesome, man. I have 3070. It was 500 off on Cyber Monday. Man, I envy you because I have 3070 and you have 4080. Cyber Monday. Yeah, we don't have Cyber Mondays here. I wish we did, but we don't. To set the filter locations from the JSON for the teacher, students, and the post. Students and the post. How can I achieve this? So I'm not really sure how I can, implement this JSON into my filtering based on the JSON that I've file to create a location. Okay, I'm not. Why is it giving me React code? I guess sometimes it works well, sometimes it does not. Because you actually have a job. I guess, man. I guess we all have something we can envy from each other. Are you looking for a job or just focusing on game dev for now? Alright, let's see. The location data can be implemented in both ways. The front end, the back end. This is simply recommended if you just need basic location filtering. Is in a component, yeah. If you need location validation or want to store query locations in your database, location module get all districts, get areas by district, validate location, DTO. For a simple filtering and selection, use the front-end implementation. Is simpler, reduces server load. Use the backend implementation if you need location validation before saving to your database. Location-based queries, API endpoints for location data, additional location-related business logic. You can use both. Okay. I'm not sure which one to approach. Alright, let's see. Give me some examples of benefits that I can get from implementing this in the back end rather than the front end. Data consistent. Here are several benefits of implementing location handling in the Nestjs backend: data consistency and validation, advanced query and analysis. How is this advanced? This can be done from the front end as well. Okay, caching and performance optimization. Right, location based pricing. Okay, geolocation. So this might come in handy. Basically, what it's demonstrate how backend implementer provides data integrity, complex query capabilities, performance optimization through caching, business logic, implementation security, liquid for or impossible implements reliably in the front end. Okay, we don't really have geolocation features, but if I want the, is there, um, should I focusing on finishing the 2 years online school and get a job afterwards, focusing on the long term. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that I think that should be the best approach, because I have been there where I had trouble, balancing just learning, and then when I was in, for example, when I was in college last year, when I finished, I think last year, and so what happened is that when I was focusing on my studies, it's actually really funny that I started learning different technologies, but every time that I started learning different technologies, I spent about 1 or 2 months on it, and then I had my, you know, midterm exams or semester finals, so I had to take a break from that and focus on studying, and I really had to maintain, getting good grades, since I was, since I had scholarship, so I had to maintain scholarship in order to support myself, and so I had to get good grades, and I had to take a long time off. Then then again, starting again was always tough, because I forgot those many of those concepts, so it was really tough, and that is one of the reasons why I could not continue with Unreal. Is that I really, college didn't really give me much time. I focused mostly on studying, which is why I did not develop any other skills, and I couldn't work on side projects when I was in college. So that's why when I was in my final year, I thought that I don't really have anything to show. If I do apply for a job, I don't have anything to show. So for the last in my last year of college, I hustled through and did a few side projects, learned Flutter for app development, and also learned React, Nestjs in my final year. Yes, it's true that since I focused on my college, I had good foundation of coding and programming, but yeah, but I didn't have anything to show for it. Give me a second, just turning off my alarm. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really have anything to show for it, and that's why basically it was really hard for me, since I had my major courses in my final year. So that really, that was a nightmare. I'm glad that it's over, and I wouldn't want to do that again. And because of this long time that I had gap, I couldn't really focus. I started learning 3D animation multiple times and using Blender, but I couldn't you know get to a level where I could be good at it. And that's the reason, because I was not able to focus due to my studies. Yeah, so I think that if you can solely focus on something, then it becomes really easier, man. Best wishes to you. Yeah, the path is not gonna be easy. Should I use backend implementation if I want? Um, yeah, I guess I should do it in the backend, since I want since for now I'm focusing on my city. So the since so I'll be launching it solely for my city that I live in. but I guess in the future I might expand on it. So I think it's better to do backend. Thank you. Best wishes to you. Hopefully this side hustle works out. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. All right. Geolocation features. Yeah, I'll be doing it for the backend implementation, and yeah. So I guess I gotta stop the server. Nestg res is gonna be location. Yeah, I want REST API. Yes, please do generate CRUD entry points for me, and done. Oh no, I forgot to include a command which would not generate these test files, since they didn't, I test them manually, so I don't really need the test files. Although automatic testing is, supposed to be better, but it's become a habit for me. Give me 0.5% of the shares though. 0.55% of the shares. I mean, it's gonna be barely any money, uh, since you live in the US. So yeah, it's barely gonna be any money for you, I think. But in the future, if you do wanna, if you do wanna do a game, game together, then I guess we can. Hopefully. Right. Okay, I have my entry points, but why is it showing an error? Oh, it's defined but never used. Yeah, of course it's never used because I just generated it. Okay, so how should I go about it? Yeah, I think this works. Location.service.ts. Control Shift Y. Control Shift Y. 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 Okay, I get a from um. Dot. All right. The JSON is not showing. I guess I could just copy path. Oh no. Okay, no, that's not gonna do it for me. Okay, for some reason it's not showing, but BD cannot find the module. Should I just place it in this? Alright, now let's see. Dot. Okay, why is it not showing my JSON? I haven't really worked with JSON in Nestjs before. Let's see. Assembly recommendation. Cost locations. Oh, I have to make a TS file for it. Oh no, that. Okay, no, that's Nestjs. Nope, it's not working. Okay, let me just copy the path. Okay, copy relative path. And then paste it here. No, just copy the path. And then set it here. No. Okay. I think I have to search up some documentation to see how to work with JSON. To use JSON documentation. To generate Swagger. Okay, I'm not talking about Swagger. Okay. Okay, let me ask Gemini. So, how do I use JSON in my Nestjs backend? In his JSON is request body parsing. When a client sends JSON payload, I'm not talking about payload. So JSON in various ways. Okay, I am trying to use JSON to get data on locations. How can I get the data from the JSON in the Nestjs backend? Understanding the JSON structure before we dive into and importing the JSON data import. This is exactly what I did, but it's not working. Okay. Okay, why is it not working? It's not even showing up here. BD districts area dot JSON. Okay, I needed read file sync, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty similar to using it in Node and Express.js. I guess it makes sense since Nestjs is built on top of Express. Yeah, that should do it for me. DTO. Port class location DTO. I think I don't need this here. I'll just go to create and then paste it here. All right. Okay. Just copy and paste it here. a string. Yeah. To be honest, I didn't really need all these endpoints since I'll just be using it for filtering. Hmm. Now that I think about it, I didn't need another module. Yeah. Okay, I don't need this, man. This is just complexity that I'm adding to my project for no reason. I can just directly implement it in the student teacher and job post. So, yeah. So I can just go to my student service and then include this code. Export interface. Hmm. How should I go about it? I can make a different module, but that's not really going to. Yeah, I don't think I need it in the backend. Since I'm just using it as a. Since I'm just taking string for the location. Yeah, since I'm using string, I guess my friend can just use the JSON to, just send which one, and then I can just make a query that will match those parameters. I guess I have made that based on that query. Man, I'm just wasting time. I mean, this is part of development process as well. Just trying to figure things out, how things are gonna work, and how I'm gonna do things. Since there are so many different ways of doing things. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave it up for the front end. Oh my god. So yeah, so basically, I guess I'm done with the backend. Unless something else comes up. Let me check my checklist. Done, done, done. Yeah. I guess I'm done for now, but I'm just going to do some checking with to see if my roles are working. So for example, I guess getting all teachers is public. I guess these should be public, no problem. Public, find all teacher, find all teacher with report, get ID. Get ID is basically now working for teacher and admin, but let me just start my front end for a bit. Okay, where is my front end? Okay, I'm just gonna start VS Code. Okay, I would like to work a bit more, but I think I'll have to end my... I'll be ending my live. It was nice talking to you, Constant EXP. Um, since my job will be starting in a few minutes, so I'll have to stop my stream for now, and get back tomorrow at the same time. If you'd like to join me, you can join me tomorrow. Alright, my friend, best wishes to you. I'll be leaving for now. I have to get back to my job, which will be starting in a few minutes, so I'll have to join there. So that's it for today. If you would like to join me tomorrow, you can join as well. I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, same time. Thank you for accompanying me, friend. Alright, mate, have a good day and see you tomorrow if you are there. For now, I'm just gonna take my leave. Alright, goodbye.